Hi, it's Dene Menzel from Branthem, and I'm here at the 2024 Transport Women Australia Living the Dream Conference. And I'm here with the gorgeous Jen Fellows. Ooh, where the women drive. Now, Jen, it's fate that I'm interviewing you today because we've actually met before.
We have. We've had at the Brisbane Truck Show at the Women in Transport Breakfast, which was lovely. It's really great. And you guys launched the Living the Dream video, which was just amazing.
It was not long before that we actually wrote the song. And it's really very special that they've called this particular conference the Living the Dream Conference after the actual song. And it's been the theme for today. So really, really exciting. How have you enjoyed the event so far?
Oh, it's amazing. The content so far is just phenomenal. The speakers are just brilliant. I think we're all living the dream. You know, I think it's there's such an incredible group of people, not only women, but just people in the industry. It's a really, really great industry. It's just lovely. I'm an accidental person into the industry, but I just love it, and I couldn't even imagine doing anything else.
That's what, look, a lot of people say that I've been in contact with. You know, it's a very close-knit community, isn't it?
It is, very much so. It is, and very supportive. Everybody's very supportive of one another, and it's especially Transport Women. Bree was talking earlier with Volvo, you know, about saying yes, about backing yourself, and it was all resonates. I think very much so, and you know, Transport Women have definitely pushed me outside my comfort zone, and that's a good thing. You know, like it means that you're growing. It's growing.
And that's never a bad thing. It's actually a really, really good thing, especially being a woman in any industry, but especially in the transport industry where, you know, you can be faced with a lot of challenge. And I suppose my next question for you is, you've been a long-term member of TWAL, so how did you get into meeting with TWAL? I know this is going to be a beautiful story because it goes back a way, doesn't it?
It does. So when Pam McMillan was chair, Paul and I started coming to the conferences, and Transport Women, I for a long time didn't even know that there was a paid membership. She just involved us in anything, and when we went to the conferences, there was always a seat for Paul and I at the table, at the Transport Women table, which was lovely. They just had our back from the very beginning. You know, they introduced us to other people in the industry, and it was just really lovely. And then it was somewhere a few years later, like quite a few years later, and I sort of dawned on me, they were saying something, and I went, oh, you actually have to have a paid membership. So I signed up straight away, feeling really guilty that we'd been involved and hadn't even been, you know, this paid membership. It was just there from the very beginning, that support and that networking and that introduction into the industry. It was really lovely, really lovely.
Oh, so you've seen it evolve over the years.
Oh, it's great.
Into what it is now. What's the main difference that you sort of see today compared to where you first sort of started?
I'm very much a positive sort of mindset person, I suppose. So I just see it getting better and better and better, you know, and the collaborations with the other organisations, that session just then was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. You know, it's that those partnerships and that collaboration is just truly wonderful to see, and I think it's just beneficial for everybody in the industry. It's really great.
That is amazing. And a little birdie named Jacqueline has told me that you are the recipient of the 2024. Now, it's a bit of a mouthful for me, so just bear with me. So the National Trucking Industry Woman of the Year for 2024. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
What a spin out. What
a spin out, all right. That's put that on a business card.
Oh, my goodness. I suppose that's you know, Bree was talking about backing yourself and the imposter syndrome, and oh my goodness, you know, I don't see that I do anything different to anybody else. You know, we all just get in and have a go and do things. I am humbled, honoured, embarrassed, elated at the same time. There's just so many emotions. and that's that. You know, it's the beauty about these guys. Jacqueline, I don't know, she sees something in me, and she's pushed me outside my comfort zone by pushing for that nomination. I don't think any of us in the industry have. I was just saying to some of the ladies before when we were having a little discussion. I don't think transport people have egos, you know. So for us to actually back ourselves, it's quite hard. Do you know, like it's because we just get in and get things done. We're very practical people as a general. We're very practical people. So, but to be recognised has I said to my husband Paul the other day, you know, with all of I can walk up the street. We're in a town of 8,500 people. The love that I've been given by those group of people alone, I've got people that I know their faces. I don't know their names in town. You know, I've said, congratulations, Jenny, we're so proud of you. I could power a small town with the love I've received, which is just amazing. But it has opened doors. So we run a driver education program in Dene with our Year 10 learner drivers. So we started that 19 years ago, and one of my I wrote down a few things that I wanted to achieve with that. Our mission statement was to educate young learner drivers so they could make safer choices on the roads. So we're achieving that. But my goal was to make it nationwide and have Dene as a pilot program for that. So that 19 years later, we've got a couple of little outlying areas that are doing it. But by having recognition with the award has opened some doors with that, which I am eternally grateful for, and it's so powerful, and it's amazing, and it's made me look at myself and grow in myself. You know, I've been Googling all sorts of things on the computer.
And you should.
All sorts of things, from media trading to, you know, all sorts of other things. You know, what organisation does that, and, you know, bits and pieces. So politicians' backgrounds, you know, so that I've got connections with them and things like that. So it's really, really amazing, and it's just very powerful. So I'm very grateful. But it did, you know, it's sort of like, wow. Anyway.
Oh, look, it sounds like it's helped you evolve, grow. You know, whatever happens in the next chapters is going to be really, really exciting for you moving forward from this. And I suppose, like, with this great theme of living the dream for this 2024 conference, I suppose, what does it mean to you to live the dream? And, you know, and what does it mean for young people as well, like entering this industry?
With our driver education, we also, you know, sneak in a bit of, well, not sneak in, it's purposefully, you know, put in, but they think it's sneaking, you know, that subliminal sort of careers thing. And I just say to people, do it. Like, it is just such a good, you know, I left school, I did my Year 12, and I knew I wanted to do lots of things, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was one of those kids that was sort of like, oh, everybody, the pressure, you know, what are you going to do when you leave to Year 12? I don't know. But I had this plan in my head that I wanted to do lots of different things. I'm a creative person. I did my hairdressing, but we grew up doing endurance riding with horses, and pony club. So I wanted a career in horses, you know, all these sorts of things. So I did my hairdressing, met Paul, and then we moved to Dene. We had a farm, and I was still doing part-time hairdressing and things, but then we sold the farm and Paul got back into transport. He was doing transport beforehand, and it was natural that we worked together, and I just saw the need to fill in and you know, do the book work and all that sort of thing. So that's what I do day to day. But I love people and I love community, and so my way, because I'm not hairdressing anymore because I don't have time for it, I do the family and things like that, and I do miss that contact with people. So I do a lot of voluntary things, and I do a lot of community things, which are sometimes crazy, but I do. So that's how I have that, fill in that space that I need as a person, that energy that I, you know, need. So and through that, the driver education and all of that sort of stuff's involved. But the transport industry, you know, we travel a lot. Paul's the chair of Nat Road and the chair of Truck Safe, so I tag along with him, which is lovely because I met all of these incredible people and network these people. And I love nothing better than connecting people at conferences and things like that. So it's, and what the transport industry has given us with the driver education program over the years is phenomenal. There's such a generous crew, and they're very safety aware and safety conscious. So it's just, yeah, it's a really special industry.
Well, it sounds like you found your pathway and what you love doing. You're living your dream.
Definitely.
Well, the gorgeous Jen Fellows, having a great chat with her today. If you haven't come down to one of the conferences here at TWAL, or if you don't know much about TWAL, visit the websites transportwomenaustralia.com.au. Jump on the website, heaps of information about their events and what they stand for. They're doing great service to the transport industry and women in the industry. So thanks so much again, Jen, and have an amazing rest of the conference.
Living the dream. Ooh, what the women drive, that's the life for me. I'm living the dream.